Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're returning, thank you so much for clicking on another video, returning to the channel. So happy to have you a part of the YouTube family that I'm growing here. If you are new to the channel, hi, my name is Erin, and I like to do three main topics on my channel: makeup, books, and movies. You will find lots of content already on my channel. I always link content down below in the description box as well, so you can always check out some videos that I've already done on the channel. And I just really enjoy this. It's like a really good hobby, and I'm slowly growing. So today I'm going to be showing the Profusion times Mean Girl collection. I didn't get everything from this collection, but I picked up two of the 9-pan palettes, the two that interest me the most. The one for Gretchen Wieners, which is Property of Gretchen Wieners, and the Property of Regina George one. And I also picked up the You Glow Glen Cocoa palette. So I'm excited about these things. I think I'm mainly probably going to just pop into one palette today. Maybe I'll do another palette video for the other one or something like that. I don't know, but they're super duper cute. And I think you can get some really nice cohesive looks with these palettes. They do have pressed glitters in these, which is not my favorite thing, but we'll get into it. So if you're interested to see what I do with these palettes and how I showcase these new things from Profusion, then definitely just keep on watching. If you like videos like this, give it a thumbs up, and also subscribe to the channel. Like I said, I do a lot of content here on my channel. There's something for everybody. So without further ado, let's hop into the makeup. First off, I'm going to showcase this one. This is the Property of Gretchen Wieners palette, and it has like blues and neutrals and like some more cool tone neutrals actually, and blues. This one I don't think I'm going to hop into today. I think I'm going to go with the more pinky palette, which is the Regina George one, but I will do some quick little just swatches of the palette. So just starting right here, we have Stab Caesar, Can't Sit With Us is the next one there. The next one is a glitter. I don't know if I'm going to swatch that one. It's so fetch. It's a blue glitter. Pretty typical. Hoop Earrings is the next one. And then Totally Rich. So those are the first four. I just realized I was not filming when I swatched the last one. Oh my goodness. But there's the last shades. Let me just read off what they're called because I totally was not filming. Full of Secrets, Rules of Feminism, I'm Popular, and Good Friend. Love all the shade names. Let's go ahead and hop into the other palette. Regina George palette. I love how their hair is cut off in the palette so you can kind of see through to the shades. I already took the inside sheet off. This one also has a pressed glitter, which I'm just not going to swatch, but I'll show it to you. It's called Obsessed With Me. So again, Property of Regina George. Let's go. I've cleaned my arm off. This one is called Cheese Fries. Sorry, I didn't mean to give you guys the bird in there. This next one is a Fake Apology. Can you guys see it? It's really pretty actually. The next one after that is Boo You Whore. Love that shade name. That's nice. And then right after that is Butter a Carb? That's really pretty. Right after that we have pretty. Queen Bee. Then we have Caltine Bar. Right after that we have Get In Loser. And lastly, the word Vintage. The shade Vintage, which I had to get a little bit more of a swatch. So there's the shades for that one. My arm is hurting holding it up. So I'm gonna hop into this shade, this palette actually, because I really do like the colors in here. I'm feeling pink today, so let's get into the demo portion. I'm gonna hop into Get In Loser. I'm gonna use my Break the Rules palette that I got from It's Belle Cosmetics, and I'm just gonna tap off because this shade is very powdery. Let me kind of get in here. That shade looks very lovely in the crease. I'm loving it. Thinking I want to pop into that bright pink as well. Queen Bee. I mean, we have to pop into that bright popping pink color. So I'm going to just put that onto the brush and pop it right into the crease, centralizing it more in the crease area. Alright, you guys, Profusion mattes are not disappointing me. I've only tried one other Profusion palette, which I really enjoyed. One of their bigger palettes, and I really liked that palette as well. So I'm impressed with their shadows so far. I'm going into this Caltine Bar shade in the middle. It's a really pretty shade. Again, I just tap off. That might be annoying, but it helps with fallout and controlling. Just placing that on the outer part, and I'm going to blend it in towards the center a little bit. I keep forgetting to push film. Okay, so I'm going into the shade Vintage, and I'm building that up into the outer corner now. I already put some on both eyes, but I'll just put a little bit more just to show you that it does build up pretty nicely. It's not super duper deep, but I think you can build it up, and it's building up nicely so far. And I'm kind of just placing it over that Caltine Bar shade a little bit, but not bringing it over as far as that shade, so we can still kind of see both shades. So there's the eyes, the mattes down. I've pretty much used every matte except for cheese fries, and we can go ahead and use that one too. I'm cleaning off my brush. We'll pop cheese fries onto the brow bone because it is a very much like a lighter shade. The shade right here, cheese fries. So I'm just gonna pop that onto the brow bone and keep it moving. Okay, now, oh, excuse me, I'm going to pop into the shimmers. I'm excited about these shimmers because the shimmers are pretty. I think I want to try this one and this one, maybe. This shade and this shade. So I'm going to put this one all over the lid and then put this one in the inner part of the eye. So I think I'm going to use my finger to, yeah, I'm going to use fingers for this. So I'm going to take a Fake Apology first, which is this shade here. Fake Apology. And I'm going to pop that onto the lid. Well, that's pretty. Is it opaque enough though? That's the thing. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Okay, guys, so I don't know what I was just thinking. I was just sitting there. I'm gonna go next into Is Butter a Carb and pop that onto the inner part of the eye. Probably overlap it a little bit because this one seems a lot more sparkly. Yeah, a lot more. It's more of a kind of like almost flakier formula. It's really pretty. I'm just gonna use that and tap it over that other shade a little bit as well, just to give it a little more dimension. That's so pretty. I really like this look. Okay, so again, going in with Is Butter a Carb. You will get some fallout with these a little bit. Not a lot though. I'm getting a little bit of fallout. If you wet your brush, if you're using a brush, it might help. And also a glitter glue, which would have been a good idea. But it's going on very nicely with the finger, and I'm loving it. So that one has definitely a bit more texture on it, and quite a bit of sparkle as well. Love it. I love that shade so much. Okay, let's get into the lower lash line. I'm going to start with Get In Loser and just brush that under the eye. Lower lash line is always a precarious situation down here because I get scared. I don't want to get shadow in my eye. I'm using this Cara Beauty brush. Next I'm going to take Queen Bee, which is that bright pink shade, and use that as well to just deepen the color. Perfect. And then let's pop into Caltine Bar as well. I'm going to just use all the mattes down here. I'm going to use that to kind of just buff out in this part. And then lastly, I'm going to take Vintage and just smudge that on the outer part. Okay, I really like that for the lower lash line. I'm going to go into the other eye. Stunning. When I tell you stunning. So I'm going to just go in lastly with this shade, Boo You Whore. I feel like we might as well use this shimmer to top everything off, I'm going to pick it up on a brush because I'm going to place it into the inner corner, and I need a little bit more precision than my finger for the inner corner, and I'm just going to spray it with a brush. Okay, and we're going to just pop that into the inner corner. Ooh, that shade is really pretty. It's definitely got like a strong pinkiness to it. I love that for the inner corner. And okay, probably just was blocking my whole face, but that's really, really pretty. So I'm gonna go off camera, finish the rest of my makeup, and I will be right back. I forgot I had this. So this is the You Glow Glam Cocoa, does it say shadow palette? It does say shadow palette, but I think it's highlighter, blush, and contour. So I'm gonna use this. I've never tried any of Profusion's face products, so here we go. Let's give it a whirl. So for the blush, I'm gonna go in with this brush I've already used, but I only used it once, and this shade is called So Fetch. It's kind of like almost like a peachy, pinky kind of blush. So I'm gonna put that onto the cheeks. Probably should have did bronzer first. That's usually what I do, but whatever. My face, and I kind of have already like very much sculpted features, so kind of like to round it a little bit. I have not set my face with any setting powder. I just set under my eyes a little bit for my concealer. I use the e.l.f. brightening concealer they just came out with not too long ago, Flawless Brightening Concealer. And then for my foundation, I used Wet n Wild, their tinted hydrator. I just picked up a new shade of that because the first one I bought was way too light, and then this one I just purchased is actually, it looks a little bit deep for me, which is interesting because I've been getting some color in the sun, and so I just mixed the two, and that probably got, yeah, that got me more close to like a perfect shade. So I've mixed these two in together. Bronzer, let's go into that. So it's Jealous here. The shade, it looks like it'll work for me. Almost looks like a contour girl, but I'm gonna use it as a bronzer. Let's see what it translates to on the cheek. I'm using my Ulta bronzer brush. It's the number 21. I love this brush. At first I didn't know if I liked that shape for bronzer, but I do. I really do. It's so soft too, and it's just perfect for bronzer. Y'all see that? That's pretty. Not the best bronzer I've ever used in my life, but it looks very nice. Okay, so that looks nice. I actually really like this. Okay, and then we're gonna go into the, I'm sorry, my face is itching. I don't know if it's this tinted hydrator from Wet n Wild or not. Next, I'm gonna go into the highlighter, which is called White Gold Hoops. I don't know if I said the name of the bronzer. It's Jealous. That's what it's called. And then I'm just gonna pop that on to the apples of the cheekbones. I was about to say apples. That looks pretty nice, actually. I have not been really going for powder highlighters as of recently. I've been using a lot of liquid, but I do enjoy some powder highlighter as well. Highlighter is definitely not my favorite product, but I do always use it though, so I'm just gonna put just a tiny bit on the nose as well. Okay. I also don't have one. What is going on today? Okay, so there is the palette. Hopefully you were able to see and hear me. I like it so far. So now I'm going to go do the rest of the stuff off camera, and I will be right back. You guys, that's the e.l.f. bite size little palette. I really do think it's cute. But anyways, if you want to check it out, definitely visit e.l.f. They're very affordable as well, and get to one in your color, of course. Here I am back with the final look. Everything is done. I did my brows with the new e.l.f. mini brow palettes. I'm going to be doing a little short video on YouTube with it, which I just filmed, and it's looking good so far. I kind of like the eyebrows, and everything else I love from Profusion. I liked the little face palette. I don't reach for face palettes that often though, so I don't know if I'll get a huge amount of use out of this, but I think that the products inside of it are fairly nice, and I also tend to prefer cream products for my cheeks, whether that be blush, bronzer, or highlighter. I just prefer cream products, but I will say I really do like this. It's did its job, and the face looks nice and very cute. And I did really enjoy the palette today. I like these little palettes a lot, even though I didn't do a look with this one. If it's anything like this one, I will say it's going to be great. And like I said, I did have a Profusion palette before in the past that I really enjoyed. I still own it, and yeah, it's the same great quality in this palette as well, minus, you know, those glitters, which I probably will not use. But anyways, you guys, I thank you so much for watching this video. Did you enjoy it? If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you've never tried anything from Profusion, I would definitely say go ahead and try something. They're very, very affordable, and they have really nice quality products, at least for sure. The eyeshadows, and like I said, the face palette is really nice as well. Yeah, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe down below if you would like to see more like this in the future, and I'll check you out in the next video very, very soon. Stay safe. Adios.